found a Fandom Wire article titled 7 Things Neil Druckmann Has Said About Season 2 of The Last of Us. Let's go over it and talk about it. So I hope this video finds you having a great day and that you're all doing well. Before we get into the video, I do want to say that even the title of this article has spoilers. So if you haven't played part 2 of the game and you don't want to know anything that might happen, you should probably go ahead and click away now. But that's okay. I have other videos you can watch. Okay, so this article comes from Fandom Wire, and I will link the article in the description if you want to read it yourself. But the title is 7 Things Neil Druckmann Told Us About The Last of Us Season 2. Will Pedro Pascal's Joel die in Season 2? 7 key elements and arcs to expect in the upcoming The Last of Us Season 2 is revealed by the co-creator Neil Druckmann. So Season 2 picks up 5 years after Season 1. So if you play the game, you know that there is a time gap. But I think what they're saying here is that when part 2 starts off, we do see Joel with Tommy right after they've gotten back to Jackson. And then we see a small scene, a really touching scene. It's one of my favorite scenes in all video games, where Joel sings to Ellie and gives her a guitar. So I don't know if that means we're not going to get that scene. The song is in the trailer, so I don't know. Maybe we'll see it, maybe we won't. We'll just have to wait and see. But it says, while the first season of The Last of Us had Joel, played by Pedro Pascal, and Ellie, played by Bella Ramsey, going across a post-apocalyptic pandemic scarred America and ended on an emotional note. The second season won't be picking up right from there. Rather, it will pick up 5 years later when they are settled in Jackson, in a commune run by Joel's sister-in-law, Maria. The details from co-creator Neil Druckmann confessed to Entertainment Weekly. Ellie will finally be enjoying a normal life as a teenager, even developing a crush on Dina, played by Isabella Marcid, a girl who happens to be the ex of her close friend Jesse. However, her relationship with Joel will still have quite the tension, as he would be seen grappling with the actions that took place to save Ellie in Season 1 finale. You know, when he mowed down all those fireflies to save Ellie. You know, a lot of people think that makes Joel a bad guy. I think he was just, once he got in that frame of mind where he was going to save Ellie. His PTSD from all the events, not just when he lost Sarah, but from all the fights that we haven't seen, that we know that he's had to have to survive, kind of clicked in, and he was not able to, I don't think he was able to think rationally about what he was doing. Even murdering the people the fireflies that had set their guns down and asked for mercy, he wasn't able to grant it. And it was just a byproduct of the life that he's lived in, the world he's lived in, I should say, the life he's lived. And so yeah, that's just what I think. And I think, we're going to see him, when it says struggling with that, I think that's what we're going to see in Season 2. Number 6, Caitlin Dever, who will be playing Abby, will not be this buff tank of a character like she was in the game. I did a whole video talking about that. If you want to watch the video, I will leave it linked in the description and in the end cap of the video. But yeah, we've already talked about that. They've pretty much just said that, they wanted her in the game to play like Joel. They wanted her to be this character that could mow people down, and that way there would be a stark difference between her and Ellie, who was smaller and leaner and had to maneuver through situations. And they don't really have to have this bulky character in Season 2. And I think part of that is because they wanted, maybe they would have had a hard time finding an actress that was as skilled as Caitlin Dever but had that physique. I don't really know if it's kind of what they said, but I think once they got Caitlin Dever, they had to go with her because she's an amazing actress and she's going to bring her A game to this role. I just hope she doesn't get any hate because she's an amazing actress. I mean, even if she was an amazing actress, she doesn't deserve the hate. You know what I mean? Number 5, each episode of Season 2 is described as a high-calorie meal by Craig Mazin. The article says, those who are expecting to have the most immersive run with Season 2 of The Last of Us might as well already rejoice. This is because co-showrunner Craig Mazin has already confirmed to Entertainment Weekly that this upcoming season would bring episodes that are nothing short of high-calorie meals in themselves, enough to satisfy viewers' hunger for some worthwhile content. This is what he said. This is his quote. Each episode is like a meal. You can have a light dinner or you can go to a 12-course French restaurant, Mason said. We have 7 episodes. They're high-calorie, dense episodes if you consider action and drama and scope to be the things that create an epic nature. Each of these episodes packs quite a wallop. You will not be bored. Man, I can't wait for that. I have complete faith in him. They did such a good job with season 1, and I can't wait to see what they do with season 2. Number 4. Tommy and Maria have a child. Yeah, in season 1, during one of the moments where Joel, I believe it was where Joel was asking Tommy to take Ellie, Tommy told him that he was going to be a father, and it's 5 years later. So of course they have a child here, and yeah, that'll be interesting to see how that affects Tommy in the game's decisions. Like, will he still go to Seattle? No, because he has a child he has to take care of at home. That'll be interesting to see. I don't know if that might be like a big change that they make in the game. Maybe it's just Dina and Ellie that go to Seattle and then Jesse. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out and how that changes things in the story if it does change things. Number 3, deleted material from The Last of Us Part 2 game will be included as well. So I did a video, I believe yesterday, talking about one deleted scene, because if you haven't seen the video and you don't know, there are 3 playable scenes in the remastered version of The Last of Us Part 2 for PlayStation 5. And it is coming to PC as well, but there are 3 scenes called the Lost Levels that you can play through, and I believe that it's the sewer one that could end up in. There may be more than one deleted scene, but I did see where Druckmann said that one of those lost levels would be adapted into a scene for season 2. So I don't know. There's more than one, but he did describe one as pretty brutal. I talked about in a video, and I believe that's the sewer one, but who knows? We might have more. If you'd like to see that video, I will also have it linked in the description. Number 2, a prominent character talked about a lot from the game will be featured in the show's season 2. Now, they have not confirmed who this will be. They've not said who's going to play this part. But thinking about things, I think it makes the most sense if this is the prophet, the leader of the leader of the cult of the Seraphites, or known as the Scars. So this would be, well, I mean, I would think it would be a woman, because they talk about her as the mother, and I don't know that they're going to go away from that. I do think I remember one of the trailers or one of the pictures from the trailers or some kind of promotional material showing where Ellie and Dina see one of the whole Feel Her Love graffiti pieces that are on one of the walls somewhere. So that to me, that's what makes the most sense, that they would bring a character that it'll be her, kind of like how they did with Bill and Frank, how Frank really wasn't in the game. He was just mentioned, but they did a whole episode with him in it. And I think they're going to do probably maybe a backstory episode where you get to see the prophet. Maybe even she's still in the game. I mean, in the show, in the game, I think she's already passed. You never actually see her. You just see like that they worshipped her. So to me, that makes the most sense that that'll be the character that you're talking about right here. And number 1, there are going to be more deviations expected to take place from the source material to the show, and we don't know what those are going to be. I did see an image of Owen and Abby, and thank you, Eclipse, for reminding me who his name. Manny, and it looks like Manny, Nora, and I'm drawing a blank now, but the Owen's pregnant girlfriend, and we did see that image. So it might be that's all of the characters that we get as far as like Abby's crew. There were more in the game, but that might be all that we get in the show. And who knows how many more? Oh, Mel, that was her name, Mel, the pregnant girlfriend. So yeah, we don't know how many people she's going to have, and we don't know what else they're going to change. They did change some things from season 1, but it fit, and it made a great show. And I think that season 2 will be just as good. One of the things that the article did not talk about that was in the title was, will Pedro Pascal's Joel die? And of course, they're not going to give us that. I mean, come on. But I think he will. I think that as much as I love that character and I don't want it to happen, I think the story has to have it happen for there to even be a reason for Ellie to go to Seattle. And we know that part 2 of the game is going to last at least this season, maybe 2 more to tell this whole part of the story. So yeah, I mean, there would be no point to tell all of that if Ellie didn't go to Seattle. So yeah, I think he has to die. And I can't think of any way around that. If you can, let me know in the comments. How would you change it? Anyway, that's all I have for you in this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, do all the YouTube stuff for me. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time.